So, what we're going to work here now is that simple attack, the 1 and the 5 that goes straight across the body like so, right? You got angle 1 and angle 5, just like so. All right, so again, this is going to represent that stick coming in at this angle like so. Very good position. This vine grew in a perfect position for this training. As a matter of fact, I can also use it for kicking. This really works good for kicking training as well. I can use it for my shins. I can strike here on my shins, this way here. I can also do roundhouses and strike in, because there's a nice little hole here that I can get my leg in and just strike with the roundhouse kick here, just like so. So that works perfect for that as well. So anyway, we are going to go off of this 1 and 5 angle, depending on which side of the thing we're at here, this vine. And again, like I said, I'm not going to use that side because it's all cluttered up and I'd have to clear it out. So facing this direction, I'm facing my uke, my opponent, and he's striking, coming in like this, where he's striking me here, right? All right. Again, a simple defense is right here, this Yoko Man Uchi. So if we were doing the 8 angles of attack, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're attacking me with an angle 1, and I'm going to defend it with an angle 4, right? Now again, I'm not blocking this. I'm not trying to stop that attack from coming in, okay? And again, my initial attack is to the wrist. My secondary attack is to the stick. We're gonna say that we hit the stick so that the technique can be longer and wider, or I'm more extended. If I hit the wrist straight off, they might actually just drop the stick like that. Okay, the stick is disarmed right there, right? So let's just assume, so that we can progress this technique, that I either hit the stick, or when I hit them in the hand, for some reason they didn't let go. All right, so they're here, get you a reference point here, and they're striking like this, just like so. Okay, so again, the stick comes out, deflects their attack. My hand comes over the stick, and as it comes back, I touch or pat the wrist area of my uke. Again, I maintain control this way. This is how I feel them. This is how I know where they're at. I don't even have to look at them. When I touch them, I have a complete understanding of everything they're doing just by touch. Here, this hand comes here. Now I can actually get a hold of their wrist and hang on to it, or I can slide down their stick and hold their stick. So I'm going to slide down and hold their stick or their wrist, and I lift it like this here. Now when I do that, I go underneath their arm to their ribs or armpit area, and I strike. Boom, just like so. Now this rolls up, and then I can disarm their stick using the butt or the puño of my stick. So it goes here, here, here. And that's the disarm for this angle here. Like so. Alright, now I can work it again on this side. I'm going to have to come over to this side. I know the angle may suck really bad for you guys. I have a lot of room over here to really work, but who's to say you're not in a confined space? You should be able to work all of your techniques, and here's a good training example. You should be able to work all your techniques inside a phone booth. Now, if you don't know what a phone booth looks like, you should be able to work every technique that you do on one square on your mats at the dojo. So anyway, same thing. They're coming in with this strike that's coming in here. All right? Here, deflect. I grip a hold of them. Comes up, I strike them in the ribs. Then I roll and disarm, like so. All right? So, I'm disarm. Now, when I disarm, the stick here will look like this, okay? So I'm here. Now, all right, we'll just use this as I've got a hold of it, right? Then I come in and strike. Now, here, it comes under, I roll, I don't block and push, I'm rolling this. And I use the puño here to get a hold of the wrist area, and then I pull it and release the stick. It's a strip. So I'm here, 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 just like this. So here, here, here. All right, this is very realistic, and this nice little circle here on this this vine really makes it easy to get in there, because this is the rib area right here, right? The head is here, this is the arm coming in to attack, this is the underarm and the rib area. So I'm here, I got a hold of them, this strike goes on the wrist. All right, if I don't get the wrist, I deflect the stick away, like so. I get a hold of their arm wrist area. It may slide down to the stick, that's fine if it does. If they let go of the stick, now you have two. If they don't let go of the stick, you still have control. Comes in and strike them in the ribs. Boom, hit them in the ribs. Just like so. Now, this comes under. You can strike the wrist again or arm again. Here. Roll. Roll. This is here and strip it. So, here we go. Just like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my smaller stick, the one that I've already broke, so that I don't break my other stick here. So we're going to work this technique again on this side here. So again, head, arm and stick, ribs, right? So they strike in, I'm here. Just like that. Now notice I don't hit down, I don't try to block it, I don't do this sort of thing. I'm just deflecting it away from them, away from me. Now I hit the wrist, like so, and then I get a hold of it. If I miss the wrist, I miss the wrist, I get the stick, it doesn't matter. Here. Now I strike the ribs, boom. Practice this a lot. Now, I've got a hold of the stick or the wrist. They're stunned. Tell me that wouldn't stun you. It comes under. Again, this could be a strike. Comes under. Now I lay this, the puño, the butt, the end part of the stick, which is why I have it there. On the wrist area. Now I've got a lock. And then I can use the stick this way and release, or I can actually lower my stick a little bit. I can stick my hand under here. Now I've got a lock, and I can pull them in and lock them. All right, boom, just like that, just like that. All right, so that's how you defend against an angle 1 or an angle 5 when you're releasing the stick like that, right? Now if you're just going to do a roof or a wing, you're here, 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 all right? So practice that and get really good. So this item here works very well with an angle 1 and an angle 5, which goes straight across the body like so, right? It's also is going to work really great for that center, that 9, that angle that goes straight in. You're going straight in like this here, right? So as you see, it's just coming straight in here. So this would also work perfect for that angle as well. And again, if you're going to work this angle, like the 1 and the 5, the 1 and the 5 are coming in across your body like so. and the number 9 comes straight in your body like this here. So it's going to be a slightly different movement, but the defense of it is going to be very similar. So if you're going to have it in your left hand, and it's coming in, and I want to go to my left side or the right side of the body, what I'm going to do is I'll just simply bring this around here and do a wing deflection. A wing deflection. Boom, here, see? Now, from here, I can do a vertical redondo where I come down here to the head, or if I'm really good, I can just whack it right there in the wrist, right? So number 5 comes in, wing deflect, make contact, and do this little flick, this little redondo, here and here, right? Now on this side of it, again, the same thing. I'll come in and I'll go to the outside if I have it in my right hand and I'm moving to my right side, here. Now, this redondo works, bam, right to the face. Here, here. I can also hit the stick or the wrist. Boom, right there, right? I'm here, here. So what I want to do is a very slight tin-con with my body. I'll step in, here comes the attack. I will step, I have it in my right hand. They're doing a number 5, I'm sorry, they're doing a number 9 strike. Not number 9 with the 8 angles of attack, 9 angles of attack, but they're doing a number 5 from the basic 12, okay? Or a number 6, works the same way. So anyway, I will step to a Remy at a 45-degree angle, either side of the body. It'll be like a V, and this works with the footwork. When we start doing footwork, I'll show you this, but it works just like here. It's this 45-degree angle is the angle that I'll be stepping. Okay? So I step in, and then I do just a little heel-toe shift like this. So as I turn towards the attack, I'm going to use my stick as a deflection, this wing deflection, like this. Now I like to have my free hand here and ready. It also helps create a support just in case the attack comes in too hard, too fast, and I don't time it correctly. It gives me something to actually help deflect and stop that attack. So I'm here. I make contact. Now, my movement turns a tad bit with a little tin-con, and then I can redondo the face, redondo the wrist. If I hit the stick, I hit the stick regardless. So I'm here, here. Works the same way on the other side. If it's in my left hand and I go to my left, I'm here and I'm here, right? So we're gonna work that. Here, here. Stepping in, using my footwork, I'm deflecting with a wing deflection. And as I do that, I do a little more footwork with my tin-con, and then this redondo strikes the wrist. Just like so. Now, if it's in my left hand, and I'm moving to my right side of my body, again, wing block. This time it goes like this, here. And then I can just roll that up and strike down, right? So, when this number 9 strike comes in, number 9 or number 5, depending on whether you're using the 8 angles of attack or the basic 12 is your numbering system. So, move to the right side of my body. This works the same way on the left side. Work to the right side of my body, it's in my left hand. Roll with this wing deflection, check, strike. Step, turning, rolling, checking, striking. Now, right side of the body, right stick. Here, boom. Now I can roll that and strike the same way, just like so. Or I can also do more of a redondo where I flick it. I can roll it, roll, strike, or I can hit this and flick and strike. All right, so there we go. We got angles 1, we got angles 5, and we got that 9th angle right here, all on this one particular technique right here, this one little working device here. So now we're going to have to find something to work our angles. If we can find something around here to work the angles, either 2 and 4 and 6 and 8, we find something that can work those, we'll have all the angles of attack right here. So this right here can work for our angles where we're angling 2 and 4 and 6 and 8 could work the same way, but definitely 2 and 4 are right here. So this could actually appear to be, you know, it's coming in like this here, boom, so we can see that here. Now if you had you could tie a cordage of some sort to this. If you had another person that could hold the cordage, and then they could pull that, and then it could actually come at you like this. But I don't have that right now. So if I had another person, I wouldn't need to train on this stick or this tree. I could train on that person. So what we're going to do is this angle's here, this 2 and this 4, right here. Okay, so if they're coming in, I again started out with my left hand and it's coming off of my left side. So when it comes in, what I'm going to do is initiate the strike here. Now I'm going to have to do an Arimi Tenkan, and I don't know whether this tree is going to allow me to turn so much, but I'm here. What I want to do is here, like this. Here. Okay? Now, I don't necessarily have to do that much footwork, but if I'm going to continue the motion, I'm actually going to move my uke around in a circle. So I'm here like this, and I'll get a hold of it and I'll roll them this way. Okay, now that gets into more of the Aikido aspect of stuff, and maybe I don't need to get that much into it right now. So we'll stick mainly with just the disarms of the stick at this point. So left hand coming to my left side, I'm simply going to here. Now I tap it, I touch it. That's when I strike into the ribs here. Now I can come back this side, strike, and then do the roll, just like I did on the other one. So you're here, you're here, and then you disarm. So here, disarm, just like so. In the right hand, same, I'm here, okay? Comes down, I'm here. Just go back to this, boom, here, disarm. All right, keep it simple. It works with everything, work it with everything. So it comes at an angle here, it's coming at this angle. I'm gonna deflect it away from me, okay? When I deflect it away from me, hand comes out and I take it, I touch my uke's hand. Come in on the ribs, disarm, plain and simple. Other side, disarm. This hand here, disarm. All right, you can use that technique with all these, so why not? Keep it simple, keep it easy. Less you have to learn, the better you get at it. Angle coming in, deflect it away, deflect it away, deflect it away, deflect it away, touch it, strike the ribs, disarm, deflect it away, strike the ribs, disarm, deflect it away, strike it, disarm. All right, works with everything. So there you go. So now we've actually worked all the angles. If it's coming straight down, we're here, striking it, okay, here, rolling, striking and disarming. Same thing as if it's coming up. If it's coming up, what you'll do is you'll just stop it here, deflect it here, and then you can strike it. So let's move over to this, there's a stick over here, a big tree that's fell down. We'll demonstrate that over here. So this is going to represent a strike coming up. All right, this angle 7, or if you're using the basic 12, it'd be angle 11 coming up. See if I can't get that out of the way for right now. Hold on. See if that holds it down. There we go. All right, so it's coming up like it's coming up here. All right, so I'm sitting here and this strike is coming up at me at this angle here like this, right? Okay, so it's in my left hand. I can redondo, strike it down here, just like so. Strike it, my hand comes out and touches. Roll and strike with an arco, okay? So I can redondo with a little arco. Comes in, I'm here, strike, make sure I get a hold of, try to tap it if I can. If not, I can arco down, regardless. So, redondo, arco. Redondo, arco. Again, if it's in my right hand and they're striking my right side, and it's coming straight up. All right, now from here, if I want, I can just simply step in on the attack, turn my body with heel toe, and I can just tap it down. All right, again, hitting the wrist. From here, I can bring it back out, I can strike under, and I can release just like I do everything else, right? So I'm here, here, here. Same thing. All right, that works with everything. And I don't know if that one stick over there is going to work. We'll see if it will. It looks a little brittle, but there's a stick behind us that might do something good too. I'm not sure. Whether this will work or not, but here's a nice little stick that's hanging out that can work just about any angle you want. Okay, so it's coming in. It can be coming in at this Yokomen angle here, like this. All right, or it can be coming in at a higher 1 and 5 angle. So many different ways it can go. So I'm going to hit this very softly because I do have a feeling that this thing is going to break quite easily when I really do hit it. But it's coming in at us either at a Yokomen uchi, the 1 in the 4, or the 1 in the 5, the vertical across. All right, doesn't really matter. I'm here. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so it goes here, 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 just like that. See it? That's exactly what you're going to do. When you release that, that's what's going to happen. Now I have their stick, just like so. I'm going to do it one more time because it looks like that's all I'm going to be able to do it. I'm not going to hit it full force. I'm going to go slow so it deflects. We're deflecting it away from us. The checking hand is coming in just like this. Practice this. Just like this. Okay? Both hands, both sides. Just like so. Alright. This stick right here is perfect for this. If I could find a nice solid one that I could place in here at this level, this would work really well. I may have to find a solid stick somewhere and stick that in there. Anyway, we're right here, boom. Okay, it's coming in at either a high angle 1 and 5, or even at the low angle 1 and 5. It'll still work. It just happens to be up here. It'll still work if it was coming in down here, or a 2 and a 4 at this Yokomen uchi. So I'm here. I'm here. All right, I hit the wrist first. If I can't get the wrist, I'll take the stick. My hand comes in and checks, taps, grabs, controls, whatever you feel comfortable with. Here. Now, ribs. Hit the ribs. Boom. All right, I'm going to grab my small stick, the one that's already broke, because I don't want to break my other stick right now. Just like that. Practice that about 1 billion times. All right, so now once you get that, now this can roll, striking. So there you go. Hear it? Hear that? Just like that. That's what you want. Okay? Now, as you roll, you have the wrist. You're gonna roll, you got on top of the wrist. What you're gonna do is roll on the bottom of the wrist. Now, when you do this, you can strike and roll at the same time, but put pressure down with your top and bring pressure up with your bottom at the same time. Oh, see, it broke. Did you see that? There, just like that. Yeah, it broke again. See it? I'm serious. That's all that needs to be done to the human body. This, there. Sticks are a phenomenal piece of equipment. So anyway, I'm definitely going to try to find a nice solid piece of wood to stick up there, because that's that's near perfect example of being able to work all these techniques. So make sure you give that a try and practice. So, when you don't have equipment, or when you want to get creative, you make your own. So like I was saying earlier, you could find a large branch that may last a little bit longer with this here. So again, I didn't bring my sticks with me out here, but these sticks here will do. So, well, they may work. There we go. So we have, here we go. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. And that one's not gonna work. That ain't gonna work either. All right, regardless, what we're going to, what I want to demonstrate here is the 1 count, 3 count, and 4 count deflection. So the first one will be the 1 count. So we're going to consider, and it doesn't matter if this is inside or outside, it doesn't really matter. I could work this as an inside the arms. So if I'm standing here like this and they're in here, this is the inside. If they're working on the outside, it's the outside of the arms. So whether this is inside or outside, it doesn't really matter. The 1 count deflection is as the punch is coming in. So this is this straight strike, the number 9 from the basic 9, the 9 angles of attack. So I need to start saying the 9 angles of attack instead of the 8 angles. I need to get that in my head. But the 9 angles of attack. So this number 9 is the straight jab in. And of course it can work at any level. It can be a straight jab at the groin, it could be a straight ground at the stomach, it could be a straight jab into the face. It doesn't matter the level of it, it's still the same angle. So that's all we got to worry about, is that angle. So the 1 count deflection is when it comes in, you're just simply taking either your outside hand, soto, or your uchi, inside hand, or you can go your Hidari left or your Migi right, it doesn't really matter. But we're going to start with Hidari, my left hand, of course. And we'll say that this is the outside of the body. This is Soto. So they're in here like such. So this will be what would be their right arm. So I'm to the outside, and all I'm going to do is shoot in my left arm in. Now, I'm not blocking. This is not a hard block here. I'm not trying to stop that block with an outside middle block. That's not what this is. I'm angling it like this towards their face. So it's going to deflect. If you can see how I'm moving that. Now, if I just try to block this and this is coming in here, I'm going to hurt myself. I'm going to get hurt. So I'm angling it at a 45-degree angle, and I'm going to strike their face right here. Just like this. Now, free hand, you got a free hand, use it. It doesn't just dangle out there and do nothing. So when that punch comes in, as I deflect it and move it away, because it's going to come straight into my face like this, or from here it's going to hit my chest. So if I'm out here, let me angle this a little better here. There we go. So I'll be at the end of this attack, all right? The punch is coming in, it's going to strike me right in the chest, right here. Okay, it's going to hit me right in the xiphoid process. So instead of letting that happen, instead of trying to block that with force against force, I'm going to do an angle at a see how I move it? I move that, see that? And this isn't even me moving my body to the left or the right. I'm still going at a 45-degree angle forward here. But this deflection helps move that. There, see? Now, once this is deflected, this hand can come up, and you'll notice this, and we'll see this here in a little bit, is here. My palm is facing upward, and I'm using the back of my hand and the bend of my wrist to further connect with my uke or my opponent. So I'm here, just like so. Whoa, that fell down. There we go. So I'm here. This punch is in the face. Now this can actually grab and pull them into me. All right, so that's as far as we're gonna go with that right now, but we can go a lot further. So the 1 count deflection is here. Just like so, all right? Now, the 3 count deflection. Again, same strike, and everything's gonna be, I'm using let's jump back real quick. 1 count with my inside hand, the one that's closest to them. All right, so this is my inside hand because it's closest. Again, here. Here. Now, free hand, might as well use it. Here, here. So I punch to the face. I have this, I can slide it back down on the arm. This can punch to the face. Or, if I don't make this to the face, this doesn't even have to reach the face. All I have to do is deflect this enough, roll my hand back so that my palm is up, because it only exposes the outside of my arm. I don't want to expose the inside. We talked about that when we talked about knife fighting. So I'm here, just like so. This just deflects just enough to keep it off the line. This can come in and punch to the face. As I punch to the face, my first contact hand rolls down and grips at the wrist or shoulder or elbow. Wherever this ends up is what I grab. And then I can punch to the face. So the 1 count is here, here, or here. You can work any way you want. Now, the 3 count. We're going to start by doing the outside hand first. Outside hand comes out and pats. A pat is just a tap that moves the uke or your opponent just enough to get him offline. So if he's going to come in here and punch me straight in the chest, this little pat right there, see? Just moves him offline. I can't really do it to this direction because I'll knock it down, but it works the same way on this side. It's just a little pat. So I just pat, just like that, all right? Again, we have a free hand, we use it. Pat, this hand comes up. Now this right here can strike at the elbow, right like this here. Or if you don't want to be so violent, this pats, this just comes up the arm and again rests with the palm up, and the arm is in the bend at the wrist here, just like so. All right, so we have 1, 2. First hand, again, punches to the face. 1, 2, 3. And if you notice, 1 pats, 2 comes up and rests here. As I step in to punch and turn with my heel toe, like this palm goes down and then grips and pulls. So I can pull them towards me. Like so. All right? Now, if we're going to work the inside first, it comes in here, is 1, then 2 pats, and then 3 comes in and punches. So we go 1, 2, 3. Same thing. Now, oh, there we go. Let's get this back up there. All right, now I'm going to have to be very careful when I do it on this side because there's nothing holding it up when I push it that way. So I'm going to do very little contact. Outside hand is a tap. Inside hand can either strike at the elbow and actually hit him, or it can just lift up and rest with my palm up, bent like this here. And it'll fit right in here like this. Here. And then I can come in with the punch. Boom. Now, as I come in with the punch, this hand can roll as I step and grip, and that gives me something to pull them with, okay? Now, that's the 1 count and the 3 count. Now, the 4 count is exactly like the 3 count, except we just got 1 more. Again, we're going to start with the outside hand, pat, strike, or just lay it. Now, as we did with the 3 count, this one punched, but this time it's going to come down and pat again, and then the 4th one comes in and punches. So 1, 2, 3, 4. On this side, we have 1, 2, 3. Oh, got caught with the stick. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Now, if we want to do this with the inside, again, this comes up and just pats it away. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so there are the 1 count, 3 count, and 4 count deflections.